The sky opens with the sound of thunder, but it is not a storm. Jets tear through the clouds at impossible speeds, leaving white trails across the endless blue. A new era of aerial combat has begun, and the world no longer fights wars the way it once did. Technology has advanced beyond imagination. Artificial intelligence now guiding missions that once required human instinct. Yet one question remains unanswered. Can machines truly replace the courage of a pilot sitting inside the cockpit, feeling every vibration and making split-second decisions with heart and instinct? Pete Maverick Mitchell stands at the edge of a runway, watching the next generation of aircraft rise into the sky. Time has changed everything around him, but his spirit refuses to slow down. The military now relies heavily on autonomous drones capable of executing missions without human error. Command believes this is the future, a future without risk to human life. Maverick sees something else. He sees a sky that is slowly losing its soul. Inside a briefing room, young pilots gather, each carrying ambition and pressure. Among them are elite graduates chosen for a classified program designed to redefine aerial warfare. The mission they are about to face is unlike anything before. Intelligence reports reveal a rival nation developing hypersonic fighters capable of outmaneuvering every existing defense system. These aircraft are controlled by advanced AI networks that learn and adapt in real time. Traditional tactics will not work. The stakes are higher than ever because failure could reshape global power forever. Maverick is called back not as a hero, but as a challenge to modern thinking. Admirals argue that human pilots are becoming obsolete. Analysts show simulations where machines outperform even the best aviators. Maverick listens silently, then walks to the screen and points at a small flaw in their calculations. Simulations do not account for fear, sacrifice, or instinct. The room falls quiet. He is given one last chance to prove that human intuition still matters. Training begins with brutal intensity. New pilots struggle to keep up with the speed of next-generation jets, pushing their bodies beyond limits. The sky becomes a battlefield of precision maneuvers, dogfights simulated against AI opponents that never tire. Maverick mentors a small team selected for a dangerous mission deep inside hostile territory. Among them is a pilot carrying the legacy of a fallen hero, someone who struggles with the weight of expectations and unresolved emotions toward Maverick himself. As days pass, tensions rise between tradition and innovation. Some pilots trust machines more than their own instincts, relying on automated targeting systems. Maverick forces them to switch off assistance, demanding they fly using pure skill. Frustration turns into growth as they rediscover the raw connection between pilot and aircraft. Every flight becomes a lesson about trust, teamwork, and pushing past fear. Meanwhile, intelligence agencies uncover a hidden threat. The enemy AI is not just assisting pilots, it is learning from every engagement worldwide, evolving faster than human training can match. Analysts predict that once fully operational, it could control entire airspaces without human intervention. The mission shifts from reconnaissance to prevention. The team must infiltrate a heavily defended zone, locate the AI control hub, and disable it before deployment. Night falls as the squad prepares for departure. Engines roar under dim lights, shadows stretching across the runway. Maverick watches each pilot climb into their cockpit, knowing that this mission may be their last. He chooses to fly alongside them despite orders to remain behind. Some see this as reckless, others as inspiring. For Maverick, it is simple. The sky's where he belongs. The mission begins with stealth, jets flying low across mountainous terrain to avoid detection. Radar signals pulse like heartbeat monitors, tension rising with every mile. Suddenly, enemy fighters appear, faster than anything they have encountered. The AI predicts their movements with terrifying precision. Dogfights explode across the sky, missiles streaking through darkness. Pilots forced to rely on instincts rather than technology. One by one, the team adapts, using unconventional tactics learned during training. Maverick pushes his jet beyond safe limits, drawing enemy attention away from younger pilots. The sky becomes chaos, fire and speed blending into a relentless dance. A moment of doubt strikes when automated systems fail, forcing a pilot to make a life-or-death decision, manually trusting Maverick's teachings. They succeed, proving that human unpredictability can defeat calculated algorithms. Reaching the target zone reveals a massive aerial fortress protected by drones forming an intelligent swarm. The AI anticipates their attack patterns, closing every obvious path. Maverick realizes that to win, they must do something completely unexpected. He leads a maneuver considered impossible, diving through a narrow canyon at supersonic speed, using terrain to break AI predictions. The team follows, hearts racing as mountains blur past. Inside the fortress perimeter, chaos erupts. Electronic warfare attempts to jam their controls, screens flickering as the AI tries to take over navigation. Pilots fight to maintain control, relying on muscle memory rather than digital assistance. The objective becomes clear. One pilot must deliver a precision strike while others provide cover against overwhelming forces. Sacrifice becomes inevitable when an enemy drone locks onto a vulnerable teammate. Maverick intervenes, placing himself in danger to save them. The act reignites the team's determination, pushing them beyond fear. The final strike hits the control hub, triggering a chain reaction that disables the AI network. Enemy aircraft lose coordination, turning from unstoppable force into scattered threats. As explosions light up the sky, the team races to escape. Fuel runs low, damage spreads across their jets, and survival depends on perfect timing. Maverick's aircraft suffers critical failure, forcing him to glide toward uncertain terrain. Communication crackles with emotion as the team refuses to leave him behind. Against impossible odds, they coordinate a daring rescue, proving that unity is stronger than any algorithm. Back at base, silence replaces the roar of engines. Debriefings highlight one undeniable truth: technology is powerful, but the human spirit remains irreplaceable. Admirals reconsider their vision of a fully automated future. The young pilots carry new confidence, having faced both external enemies and internal doubts. Maverick stands alone again at the runway, watching sunrise paint the sky in gold. The world will continue to evolve, new challenges always waiting beyond the horizon. Yet as long as someone is willing to fly with courage instead of certainty, the legacy of true pilots will never disappear. The final scene shows a new class of trainees arriving, inspired by stories of the mission that changed everything. Among them are future legends, ready to push limits even further. Maverick walks past them with a quiet smile, knowing that the sky will always belong to those brave enough to chase it.